Hello there and welcome back. Now, in the previous module, you learned that the first phase of the project lifecycle is initiation, followed by planning, executing, and closing. So regardless of methodology, all projects must begin somewhere, right? And things can quickly go wrong if the project is not properly initiated. So let's talk about initiation a little more. This module will show you how to lay the groundwork for a successful project. You will learn how to complete tasks to determine project scope, goals, deliverables, and success criteria. So let's get started. So why is project initiation essential for the success of a project? Since initiation is the first phase of the project, it's critical to get it right. A well-planned start results in a solid foundation for your project and positions it for success. Initiation occurs when a problem or opportunity within an organisation is identified. Often, stakeholders such as senior leaders in a company will initiate a project to address a specific business need. It's your responsibility as the project manager to assist in the identification of project goals, resources, and other details based on preliminary discussions with project stakeholders. The initiation phase is critical for asking the right questions to stakeholders, conducting research, selecting resources, and clearly documenting a project's key components. This will assist you in solidifying the project's scope or boundary. Getting everyone on the same page and gaining clarity early on can save a lot of time and extra work later on in the project. Proper project initiation also helps to ensure that the benefits of the project outcomes outweigh the project costs. You'll do a cost-benefit analysis to determine this, which is the process of adding up the expected value of a project, the benefits, and comparing it to the costs. I hope you now understand how the initiation phase contributes to the foundation of a solid project and why it's critical to get it right. Now let's look at the key components of project initiation and how these pieces lead to the project planning phase. In order for your project to be successful, you must consider several key components of initiation, including goals, scope, deliverables, success criteria, stakeholders, and resources. First, consider the project's goals. The goal is what you've been asked to do and what you're attempting to achieve. All projects should have clear goals, which are often determined by senior company leaders with your assistance. Then you'll start thinking about the project's scope. This is the process of defining the work that must be done to complete the project. You should also consider project deliverables. They are the goods and services you'll develop for your customer, client, or project sponsor. Deliverables can range from product features and functionalities to documentation, processes, and other things that help your project achieve its goals. Deliverables are submitted to assist you in meeting your project objectives. It's also important to remember that deliverables can be both tangible and intangible. A measurable deliverable, such as new product features, is a tangible deliverable. A training program for your employees on how to use the new product features, on the other hand, is an intangible deliverable. Once the goals, scope, and deliverables have been established, success criteria must be considered. Success criteria are the standards used to determine how successful a project was in meeting its objective. Another important factor to consider is your stakeholders, which we'll go over in one of the upcoming modules. Now let's talk about resources, which generally refer to the budget, people, materials, and other items that you'll have at your disposal. It's critical to consider these aspects carefully from the very beginning. Nobody wants to start a project only to realize halfway through that they don't have enough money or people to finish it. That would be a disaster. Finally, after you've determined your objectives, scope, deliverables, success criteria, stakeholders, and resources, it's time to prepare a project charter. A project charter is a document that contains all of the project's details. Project charters define the project and its goals, as well as what is required to achieve them. A project charter enables you to get organised, create a framework for what needs to be done, and communicate those details to others. After you've drafted the charter, you'll go over it with key stakeholders to get their approval before moving on to the planning stage. By now you may have a better understanding of how the various parts of the initiation come together to form the beginnings of a project. Well, now we'll dig a bit deeper and learn how to define project goals, scope and success criteria. Let's start with determining project goals and deliverables. Number 1, first and foremost, you must determine what needs to be done in order to set up a project for success and to make your job easier before you begin. Number 2, you must clearly define your goals and deliverables. Number 3, you'll need a clear picture of what you want to accomplish, how you intend to accomplish it, and how you will know when it has been accomplished. The project goal is the desired project outcome. Goals are essential because they provide a roadmap to your destination. One of the key differences between a good goal and a not so good goal is how well it is defined. In other words, how clear and specific the goal is. When you begin a project, review your goals to ensure they are well defined. This may necessitate gathering additional information from your stakeholders. Discuss their project vision with them. Ask how this relates to the company's overall goals and mission. Once you've established your goals, it's time to look at the project deliverables. As we mentioned earlier, the project deliverables are the products or services created for the customer, client or project sponsor. A deliverable, in other words, is what is produced or presented at the end of a task, event or process. Consider the goal of improving customer response time. Creating email templates for responding to common questions could be the deliverable for that goal. Deliverables are typically agreed upon in advance with the project's stakeholders or clients. They hold everyone accountable and are usually an important part of reaching the goal. Make sure to ask questions about the deliverables and have everyone share their vision and expectations for the deliverables so that you are all on the same page. So we've reached the end of this module. Stay tuned for the next one, which will cover how to apply the SMART technique to set project goals and deliverables. See you there.